heading the differentiation. In short, we call it differentiation. Okay. Write this thing, d by dt. Understanding part will come later. First write this thing, d by dt. Write rate of change with respect to time. This is, as of now, think as a symbol which represents rate of change with respect to time. If I write ddx, it will again mean rate of change, then with respect to x. If I write ddy, it will again mean rate of change then with respect to y. First page khatam. Let us understand this. ddt, or we can see d divided by dt, but we call it ddt. ddt represents rate of change. Now it may be ddt, it may be ddx, it may be ddy. That means d by dx, d by dy, d by dt. Whatever appears in the denominator, appears time. So it is with respect to time. Rate of change with respect to time. Here appears x, maybe displacement or anything you plot along x-axis in a graph. So rate of change with respect to x. If we write ddy, it will again represent rate of change with respect to the quantity y. So whatever you write in the denominator, it will refer to rate of change with respect to that quantity. Okay. Now what is this with respect to term? With respect to term, to understand this, let us move on to this page. Here, let me draw for you a container. It has a small hole at the bottom. It is placed on a tool, say. Now, if we fill it with some liquid, blue color, this one, liquid. So, height of the liquid from this hole made at the bottom, this is a hole made at the bottom, height of this liquid is h. Now, as soon as you open the valve at the end of this opening, liquid from here starts flowing out, initially straight, and then it would be having a parabolic path like this. We will learn this later in projectile motion, parabolic path. So it will flow like this, just common sense. If you prick a hole in a mineral water bottle, you see water coming out like this, just same thing. So water comes out of it like this. This hole at the bottom of this container is called orifice. So any hole made at the bottom is an orifice. So if this is a container and this is the hole made at the bottom, so this opening through which liquid comes out is called orifice? No. If orifice, that is the hole made at the bottom, has an area small a and the container has an area capital A, and only if this area of the orifice is very, very smaller compared to the area of the container, mineral water bottle itna mota, you prick a hole by a needle, so area of that hole is just the area of a needle. So that area of the needle is much smaller than the area of the bottle. So it is an orifice, yes. But here what we see, the size of the hole, suppose A, and the size of the area, area of the container may be just double of that. That means they are comparable to each other. आसपास का size है. We don't call it orifice, we call it a normal hole made. But here, a small hole made at the bottom of a container through which a liquid comes out is called an orifice. Our main focus is not here. We are going to learn differentiation. But this is in your class 11 syllabus. একটু একটু করে শিখে রাখো, থোড়া থোড়া, small ideas every day that will help you to deal with that huge syllabus in your class 11 and 12. So anyway, so if we make an orifice at the hole at the bottom of a container, liquid starts coming out and hits it like this. Did I say anything about the nature of this path traced by the water or any liquid? This curved path, what type of path is it? Straight line, circular, rectangular, hyperbola or parabola?
Parabola.
Very good. This nature was parabola. Kya bola? Parabola. So it follows a parabolic path. Ei to, choto choto learning, small learning every day, every week. Chalo, this is a parabola. Now main question is not that. Main question is, what do we see if this was the initial level of liquid, initial level, this one. What do we see after some time that the level has decreased to this? What do we see after same interval of time? Same interval of time. We see the level has dropped to this. After same another interval of time, say 1 minute. After next 1 minute, we see the level of water has come to this position. And after another 1 minute, we see the water level has decreased to this position. Every time we have calculated 1 minute of time and we have been seeing the fall of height, that is the decrease in the value of height. My question after seeing this page is that which of these three will be relevant when we discuss the decrease of height? Which of these three will be relevant if you want to calculate the decrease in height? Very good. First one. So, we are seeing change in height. Yes. The rate of change of height with respect to time is as shown in the picture. So, we will write like this. DDT, that means rate of change with respect to time. Arek baar dekho, see it again. The meaning of DDT, this symbol, is rate of change with respect to time. How a quantity changes with respect to time. And we have just written that. Now, rate of change of what? Kiska rate of change chahiye? Height. So, we write that in the bracket like this. That is the meaning, how we represent them. So, this is the rate of change of height of this liquid column with respect to time. In place of writing these many words, we write just this thing. Bas, that's it. This is only a symbol representing something. And later we will go in detail of this. But as of now, let us understand this. DDT means rate of change with respect to time. and whatever appears by the side of it in form of, within a bracket, that represents the rate of change with respect to time, okay, but of what quantity? That appears in the bracket, that is h, height. So rate of change of time with respect to, rate of change of height with respect to time. Let us write it. What does it represent? Write rate of change of what and with respect to what? Plus two dashes. Rate of change of what? Which quantity is changing in this picture? The quantity that changes in this picture is height. And it changes with time. So rate of change of height with respect to time is given by ddt of h. Next part. I have placed a gap here. I can see a gap here now. I can see a gap here. Let me utilize this. How? Now this can also be written as dh by dt. h का साथ ये लोगों का दोस्ती हो गया तो h बोला भाई हमको क्यों ब्रैकेट में रख रहे हो, हमको भी साथ में ले लो, ले लिए. h has been absorbed by ddt, so it becomes dh by dt, the meaning remaining the same. So dh by dt will represent rate of change. Why? It contains ddt, rate of change with respect to time, and by the side of it what is there? h. So rate of change of height with respect to time. So try to read it now like this. ऐसे करके ऐसे करके रीड करने का कोशिश करो. कैसे? Like this. dh by dt. dh change in height, dt change in time. So change in height by change in time is also called rate of change of height with respect to time. Okay. Just one thing. What can you say about this picture? Rate of change of height with respect to time. Option 1. It is increasing. Option 2. It is decreasing. Option 3. It is constant. What is happening to this dh by dt in this figure? The rate of change of height is a constant, decreasing, increasing.
Constant.
Okay. देखो तीन ऑप्शन दिए हैं because you may think over others also. After 1 minute, we have been noticing this change in height of this container, of liquid in this container, after same amount of time. So, from here to here, it took 1 minute only. Similarly, from here to here, it took again 1 minute. And from here to here, again 1 minute. Here to here, again 1 minute. So what do we see? The amount of height that has changed during first 1 minute was much more. The amount of height that has changed during the second 1 minute, little less. The third 1 minute, lesser. The fourth 1 minute, least. And it will go on. So now do you want to change your opinion? Rate of change of height with respect to time. Increasing, decreasing, or constant?
Decreasing.
Everyone thinks that. Boshuda, Eshe.
Decreasing.
Yes, right answer. The rate is decreasing because the rate at which the height is decreasing. The height is decreasing. Just let me make a change here. Let me make a change here. The height is decreasing. First part clear? Let me explain it in detail. The height here, h, that is decreasing. First point. Now the rate at which it decreases, that means it was decreasing, suppose this height was 7 centimeter. So in 1 minute 7 centimeter height decreased. So at the beginning the rate of decrease in height dh by dt, I told you to think like this also, dh separate term, dt separate term. Yes, you can also think like that. dh, that means height difference 7 centimeter. dt, that is time difference. कितना time में ऐसा हुआ है? 1 minute. So dh by dt should have an unit here, 7 centimeter per minute. This is the meaning of this, dh by dt, 7 centimeter per minute. In the second case, just let us assume it has been 4 centimeter. The height decreased by 4 centimeter. So in the second case, this is first case. In the second case, dh by dt, rate of change of height with respect to time, that is dh by dt. dh कितना decrease किया? dh has decreased by 4 centimeter. We have assumed that, seeing the markings. And dt, time is again 1 minute. So in the second case, it is 4 centimeter per minute. Now seeing the unit, it helps us understand the thing easily. Okay, minute, centimeter per minute. I understand that. 7 centimeter per minute. But in the second calculation, we see the rate to be 4 centimeter per minute. That means the rate of change of height has a less value in the second case. So in the third case, so in the fourth case. That's why the rate of change of height is decreasing. Now I want to draw this thing. Shah Rukh Khan style ta holo na, but I was trying to do that. Shah Rukh Khan style. So this is Shah Rukh Khan. Now when he was a baby, this was Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know his exact year of birth, you may know that. But I assume he was of this size. And then also as a boy he used to do like this. Then what happened? Shah Rukh Khan grown taller. Oye, pura Shah Rukh Khan aaya hai nahi? Give me a little time, huh? So that I can complete this. Arey, pura aa gaya. I got Shah Rukh Khan back. Now after some time, Shah Rukh Khan a size this. After more time, Shah Rukh Khan grown even taller and much taller. And after that, he grew this size, the matured Shah Rukh Khan. And after that, अरे छोटा तो होगा नहीं. Let me take arbitrary time. This was just arbitrary, don't mind it. This was 1970, 1975, 1980, 1985, 1990. the height of Shah Rukh Khan changed like this. एग्जैक्ट तो नहीं आ रहा भाई, ऐसा नहीं आ रहा. ठीक है, काम करता हूं. Just like this, a rough drawing may not be like Pablo Picasso, but just like this. Physics के लिए ठीक है, enough. क्या? Now see this. Fun part is gone. Now understanding part. In 1970, his height increased by this value after 5 years. And after next 5 years, his height increased by this value, which is somewhat less. And after next 5 years, his height grew a little taller, which is again further less than the previous 5 years. And further smaller. What can we say? The rate of growth of Shah Rukh Khan with respect to time after 1970. Increasing, decreasing, constant. देखो, actually what happens practically, if you say that when from a child we grow up to suppose up to 18 or something, that I don't have that much of idea of biology, but practically initially the rate of change increases, the rate of change of height, for every one of us. But when we age to a certain limit, then after that maybe your heights will increase, but at a very small amount. So then the rate of change of height decreases. But for a fun example, I have taken this. Look at the green part of the graph drawn only, and from that you tell me the answer. From the green part of the graph, has the rate of change of height of Shah Rukh Khan been increasing or decreasing? dH by dt. From the graph only, this picture only, it is decreasing. But we don't understand how the rate of change of height can become constant. Acha, tell me one thing. If I said suppose decreasing, and suppose some of us didn't understand this, how the rate of change of height decreases, at least can everyone understand that height of Shah Rukh Khan here in this picture has ever been increasing? Always, it never decreased. Shah Rukh Khan नाटा नहीं हो गए, छोटो तो हो जाए नहीं. तब height has increased, but rate of change in height, that may be increasing, decreasing, or constant. Now, how can the other things be? It can be like this. If with time height of Shah Rukh Khan initially was this, and then it started changing in this manner. Let me do the back process first. What? Back process. That means I am trying to draw objects with respect to this line. That means after some time it grew like this. After some time it grew like this. टेढ़ा हो गया क्या? Similarly, like this. So what do we see? If the x-axis value remains the same, say this is every 5 years. This is 5 years. This rise in height, say 5 centimeter. Then after next 5 years, if the rise in height is again same, how much? 5 centimeter. Then after another 5 years, the rise in height, not from here, but from here, is again 5 centimeter. Then we say that the rate of increase has been constant. And what change do you see in the nature of the graph? I'm again drawing this with green color. What is the change in the graph, green graph, here and here?
Sir, here it is a straight line.
Very good.
Constant.
Very good. This is a straight line. Now, what about this? If I draw this graph, I draw this graph, I draw this graph. I mean, the last one a little like this graph. H and T, height versus time. If I say dH by dt equals to increasing for which graph dH by dt is increasing?
Sir, A.
Very good. Constant
B.
B and decreasing?
C.
Yes. Remember this thing first. अरे थोड़ा सा ग्राफ भी सीख लिए. A little bit of graph with this rate of change of height with respect to time. If the graph moves like this, increasing, if the graph remains straight line, always everywhere you see a straight line, it would be constant part. And downwards, that is decreasing rate. Just one word of caution, and that is red color. Never think that this is going to be downwards. Students make mistake here. It is not going to be downwards ever. It will go on increasing. The height of Shah Rukh Khan will never become like this. Whatever years, how many years passes, doesn't matter. The height doesn't become like this. Height बढ़ता ही जाएगा. That means this graph keeps on moving up. But the rate of moving up will not be as great as in the past cases. That is the meaning. Anyway, chalo, let us be back to differentiation. Let us be back. So if we write ddt of x, now we mean here x. X means any quantity plotted along x-axis of a graph. Here in physics, not in maths I am telling. In physics, x is any term placed along the x-axis of a graph. Suppose we want to represent x by displacement. So if x is displacement, ddt of x will mean rate of change of dash with respect to dash. Rate of change of what? And with respect to what?
Displacement with respect to time.
AC টা ঠান্ডা হচ্ছে না চলো this is rate of change of displacement x with respect to time t. Can you tell me which quantity is it? Rate of change of displacement with respect to time कहीं पे पढ़े थे ना क्लास 9 की पढ़ेছিলে? This is what?
Sir, displacement vector quantity.
A little more than that. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time.
Velocity.
Yes, very good. This is velocity. The rate of change of displacement with respect to time is called velocity. If you don't understand this, see this. dx by dt, we can also write it as dx by dt. What? ddt of x can also be written as dx by dt. I told you to consider dx separately and dt separately. That can also be done. without any problem. So dx means change in displacement, dt means change in time. So displacement by time. अच्छा इसका यूनिट सोच लो ना एक बार, जस्ट थिंक ऑफ यूनिट. dx এর यूनिट কি হবে? মিটার আর dt second. So which quantity represented by meter per second? Velocity. That's why it is velocity. Meter per second. Okay. Now next thing, depending on this, what is represented by ddt of v? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time.
Sir, acceleration.
Acceleration. Rate of change of velocity with respect to time, because this can also be written like this, dv by dt. Now dv in calculus means change in velocity. In algebra we write what? Change in velocity v minus u, and dt is change in time. So let us just write t. So what does it mean? Acceleration. বুঝতে পারছো? The relation between calculus, that is differentiation, and normal algebra, that is this thing. Same thing, just consider dv to be a small value of change in v, dt small change in time. So change in velocity means v minus u, change in time is t2 minus t1. I have written that to be t. So v minus u by t is nothing but a, acceleration. Okay, we understand that. Then tell me, which quantity is represented by waiting for this. Who says this? Bolo bolo, I heard something. Force. Who called force? Other than who called force? Force কে বললে? আচ্ছা, তুমি তুমি কি ইয়ে ক্লাসটা করো, মানে কোথায় থাকো তুমি? কে বলছো? আমি নামটা শুনতে পেলাম না. কে বলছো? ও দিগন্ত বলছো, সেটা বলো. মুখার্জিটা তো ভালো করে শুনতে পাচ্ছি. দিগন্ত বলছো. ইয়েস, ঠিক বলেছো, দিগন্ত. Rate of change of linear momentum with respect to time is nothing but force. নিউটন সেকেন্ড ল একটু মনে করো বাবা. নিউটন সেকেন্ড ল, F equals to ma, সেটাও বলতে পারো, অথবা এটা ভাবো যে force applied on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum. এটা পড়েছিলে না সেকেন্ড লতে, যে F proportional to rate of change of linear momentum. তো from now on, rate of change we will replace that by ddt with respect to time of linear momentum. So that is nothing but force, that is F. So dp by dt is F. Okay. There are lots of such rate of change sort of term. Lots of. आगे चल के बहुत देखोगे ऐसा. तो you have understood the meaning of this, what they represent, ddt. Okay. So now let us understand how to operate them. Here what happens, generally students go for formula. Formula kya hai? What is the formula? We learn that and we love that and make a box of that formula and then start doing numericals. But if you want to learn this physics, only formula is not important. How it came, where you can apply this, where you cannot apply this are also important. So we are just getting some brief idea of what this represents. Okay. Next, now let us go to formula. The simple and only formula for today. I would be more than happy if you just understand only this formula. D by dt, okay. We are trying this in terms of t. D by dt of a term which is t to the power n. is, write the formula, n सामने आ जाएगा, n will appear first
to the power n minus 1.
and then t to the power n minus 1. Yes. So the power appears first and the power decreases by 1. That means এই ফর্মুলাটা শুধু বুঝতে চেষ্টা করো। The power appears first, পাওয়ারটা সামনে চলে এলো, তারপর ওর পাওয়ারটা এক ডিক্রিজ করে যাবে। The power of that decreases by 1. So n t to the power n minus 1. Like you have written this, going to next page, like this thing. Say we want to find t to the power 3 इसका d dt. 3 सामने आ जाएगा, 3. Then power of t will decrease by 1, that is 3 minus 1. So how much would it be? 3 t square. If we do d dt of 1 by root over t, কে বলবে এটা? ঠিক করে বলো নাম্বারটা, সংখ্যা নাম্বার একটা তো 2 হাফ কিছু তো একটা আসবে।
Sir, cube root of t
না, ওই আন্দাজ করবে না, আন্দাজ নয় তাহলে।
minus 1 by 2 into t to the power minus 3 by 2.
Whose answer was that? নাম বলো।
Sir, Nilanjan.
নীলাঞ্জন। গুড, ভেরি গুড। দেখলে ডিফারেন্সটা কোথায়, কেন হচ্ছে না? দাঁড়াও আমি অর্ঘনীলকে নেব, ও বেচারি চেষ্টা করছে কিন্তু হচ্ছে না। অর্ঘনীল এখানে ফোকাস করো ফার্স্টে বোর্ডে। এই যে ফর্মুলাটা, উই আর লার্নিং দিস ফর্মুলা, focus here. The formula we have learned is in this form. What form? ddt, okay. Then t to the power something. Then this result will come. First you have to make the expression in terms of t to the power something. Okay. Is the expression given in the form t to the power something? Yes ki no, Orgonil? T to the power something? Huh?
No, sir.
No. So let us make it happen like that. So what should we write this expression as t to the power something?
1 by 2.
T to the power 1 by 2 means root over t. 1 by root over t. It is 1 by. Then if anything becomes 1 by, then we put a power minus, no?
Minus 2.
Not 2, t to the power minus half. Now if we differentiate this, this factor now matches with this formula that we learnt, ddt of t to the power something. Yes, ddt of t to the power something. Yes, we got that. And here that something is minus half. So what was the idea? The idea was bring that something in front of that, then into t to the power that something decreases by 1. So let us bring this minus half first with a bracket, and then let us write t to the power that something, that is minus half, decreased by 1, that is further minus 1. Now tell me how much it happens to. It becomes minus half, okay, and then t to the power minus half minus 1, that is minus 3 by 2. So it becomes equal to minus, okay, 1 by, okay, 2 into t to the power, if you again bring that minus power like this, minus power will vanish. So minus 1 by 2 into t to the power plus 3 by 2, or this much will also do. This is also the right answer. Minus half into t to the power minus 3 by 2. Okay. I think you have this These things learnt in your class 9, 10 mathematics. These are covered indices. Okay. So, this is the part. ddt of 1 by root t. Next part. হ্যাঁ বলো বলো
স্যার আপনি সব আনসারটাকে ফার্স্ট অর্ডারে কেন এটা দিচ্ছেন? আমাদের তো আরো কন্টিনিউ করতে পারি।
এইটাকে
না না স্যার ফার্স্ট এরটা ফার্স্ট আনসার।
এইটা
হ্যাঁ স্যার এটাকে তো আমরা আরো অনেক অর্ডার করতে পারি।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ কিন্তু সেকেন্ড অর্ডারটা এখানে তো নেই তার কমান্ডটা এখানে কি আছে ডিডিটি সেকেন্ড অর্ডার কখন করব সেকেন্ড অর্ডার কখন করব when it would be like this d2 আর ওখানে টার্মটা কি নিয়েছিলাম t এটা কি বলে d2 বাই dt2 স্কয়ার নয় কিন্তু এটাকে বলে সেকেন্ড অর্ডার দেন অফ দ্য টার্ম সাপোজ এইখানে আছে টার্মটা কত ছিল t কিউব এই সময় করব নাও উই উইল ডু ইট সেকেন্ড টাইম বুঝছো তা কত হবে এটা কে বলতে পারবে হাউ মাচ উড ইট বি 4 কেন once differentiated once this will give you how much 3 comes and power decreases by 1 again if you differentiate this what will happen 60 বুঝতে পারলে তো চলো এই পার্টটা এখন ছাড়ো এই পার্টটা এখন দরকার নেই যেটা শিখবে গ্যাপ যেন না থাকে লার্নিংয়ে এটাই তো প্রবলেম হয় 9, 10-এ অনেক এক্সট্রা লেভেল শিখলে তো তারপর 12 when it is your time to excel তখন কি হবে যে তোমরা তো ওই মাঝের জিনিসগুলো শিখেছো সলিড আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং তো অভাব নেই তখন প্রসেস ফেলস তো অমনি করো না পুরোটা শেখো বেসিক থেকে শেখো একদম বেসিক তবে গিয়ে আগে গিয়ে পারবে তো দেখো if this is the process up to this if you have any doubt I'll clear you up to this otherwise we will move on to another example like this হ্যাঁ বলো actually your microphone actually just a minute Rohan just a minute now tell me Rohan what do you want
Sir, I'm facing a bit of problem understanding this.
Which one? Which one?
From this d by dt bracket 1 by root t.
Okay, this one. Okay, no problem. Problem isn't a problem. Okay, I'm telling you once. What is t to the power root t minus 1 by root over t minus 1 by root over t. T minus 1 by root t. Do you understand this? Tell me. Rohan. This part? You understand this? Then it's not a problem. Okay, then no problem. It was a test, like when you go to doctors, they ask for blood test and those reports. So I took this report. Chalo, koi problem nahi, only this part. No problem. 1 by t to root over t means 1 by t to the power half. Rohan, just tell me, is it clear from this line to this line? Can we write this? Root over means nothing but to the power half. Okay, now when you take this to the numerator it becomes minus half. See 1 by x when you take it to the numerator it becomes how much? Anything 1 by when you take it to the numerator it becomes to the power minus 1. That's why. So you have to do indices to understand this better. Only this part is the problem. Maybe what I thing. Then if you differentiate this ddt part is not a problem, 1 by root t. Then we transform this in this form, ddt of t to the power minus half. Now, if this is a problem, how this became this, then it is only indices. You will be doing this or inserts. In mathematics part, simple mathematics this is. But the part, I have not even differentiated this, I have kept the form same. But the differentiation process that we are learning now is this. Let me explain it again for you. And that is this part. The power comes first. Power kitna tha iska? Minus half. Okay, it came first. And then multiplied by t, okay, t to the power, what was? It was there, minus half. It further reduces by 1. If you consider this to the power minus half to be n, our formula suggests that it should be n minus 1 here. Remember this, see this? If it was t to the power n comes first and t to the power, what happened? The power decreased by 1. So here also the power decreased by 1. Minus of further minus 1. This gives us how much? Minus of and then t to the power minus 3 by 2. That's it. Only this part was there. Okay. Let us move on. Let us do this thing. If we differentiate something, say 2 t to the power 4. What does it mean? It means a constant. 2 is a constant. 2 remains 2, then t to the power 4. Now 2 comes out of the process. This is a constant. Constant has nothing to do with rate of change because constant is not going to change. That's why constant stays as a constant. Okay. Then we can go to this variable part t. T means what? Variable that varies. This variable part and ask him for to be differentiated. कि भाई साहब थोड़ा differentiated हो जाओ ना. तो t to the power 4 बोले कि अच्छा ठीक है जब आए हैं चलो differentiated हो जाता है. कैसे? 2 remains 2. Now t to the power 4. Rohan, please try this. T to the power 4. Just consider this, that t to the power n, that formula. So that 4 should come first. So focus here. 4 should come first and then power of the remaining part t to the power 4 tha to. Now it will decrease by 1. So it will become t to the power 3. See the changes? This power came first, that is 4 times the power of t decreases by 1, so it becomes t to the power 3. Now multiply these constants. 2 was just politely waiting outside to be multiplied only. So 2 into 4, that is 8, and then t to the power 3 remains t to the power 3. Let us take another example. ddt of 3 by 5 t square. 3 by 5 t square. Tell me the answer.
Sir, 6 by 5 t.
6 by 5 t. अच्छा.
Sir, t to the power minus 1. Sir.
6 by 5 t to the power minus 1. তার মানে তুমি বলতে পারছো 6 by 5t, 5t টা নিচে, তাই বলছো তো বসুদা?
না স্যার,
তাহলে
t টা উপরে করলাম।
হ্যাঁ, ওপরে করে -1 করলে পাওয়ার, এই তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
তার মানেই তো নিচে থাকলে পাওয়ার 1 হবে। হ্যাঁ, ওইটাই বলছো, ঠিক আছে, ইটস ওকে। নীলাঞ্জন বাবু কি হলো? কত? Anyone else? কি বেরিয়েছে বলো না হিতেশ? কি বেরিয়েছে বলো?
-18 divided by 25
-18 divided by 25 t
t.
t cube.
Sir, upper is to -6/12.
হুম এই আজকে বার্থডে বয়রা অ্যালাউড ছিল না তো? হুম বার্থডে ছিল কি আজ কারুর?
Sir, upper.
হ্যাপি বার্থডে যাকে হ্যাঁ। তো এনিওয়ে দেখো 6t by 5 ওকে আর কারুর?
Sir, -6/5 t to the power -3.
-6/5 t to the power -3 শ্রেণিক বলছো তাই তো?
Yes, sir.
ওকে
স্যার আমার একটা অন্য ভ্যালু বের হচ্ছে
কত?
3 by 10t স্যার 3/5t
অর্গোনিল 3/5t কাকে? হুম রিপিট ইট ওয়ান্স
-6/5t to the power
-6/5 t to the power -3
yes
ওকে হুম কোন কোন প্রথমটা বলো কোনটা? এইটা এইটা 2 কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকলো হলো। আমি অন্য কালার ইউজ করছি দাঁড়াও। 2 is a constant and it stays as a constant. দাঁড়াও হিতেশ এক সেকেন্ড দাঁড়াও আমি বলে দিই ওকে। 2 a constant, once a soldier always a soldier, sorry, once a constant always a constant, এটা তো বুঝলে? 2 remains 2. Now we have to differentiate this variable part. This is a variable part that whatever contains t. Okay, so 2 remains constant. We are trying to differentiate only the variable part, that is t to the power 4. Then the normal process, the সৌমিক বলো এটা 2 টাকে ছেড়ে দাও এখন, keep 2 separate. Just tell me how much should it become. The power comes first. Power কত ছিল t এর? 4. Yes, that's it. And then 2 that was waiting outside the bracket to be multiplied just got multiplied with 4. So 4 into 2, 8. That's it. Okay. Now let us, okay. Now let us come to this. ddt of 3/5 t square y, जो भी हो 3/5, बाहर आ जाओ. So polite there. They came outside. हितेश दाঁড়াও, हितेश stay with me. हितेश stay with me. ঠিক আছে? আর তোমার মাইক্রোফোনটা একটু আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও এক সেকেন্ড আমি বাড়িয়ে নিচ্ছি। হ্যাঁ হিতেশ বলো এবার 3/5 I have taken the constant out. Understood? Okay. Then ddt of what should remain here? ddt of
-2
very good. Because 1/t square is all that remains after you have taken 3/5 outside it. It is only 1/t square. So 1/t square has been represented as t to the power -2. Rohan, take note of that. t to the power something banana hai quantity ko, whatever form it has. Okay. So we have made it t to the power -2. Okay. Now Hitesh tells us that after we differentiate this following the same principle as Shomik just said, t to the power something, that something is how much here? Hitesh? -2. We should bring it in front of t, that is -2 within bracket. If you see there is a negative sign, please put a bracket. Okay, so -2 comes in front, and then t to the power should increase or decrease by 1. Hitesh? Decrease by 1. So it has already -2 power. If you further decrease by 1, like -1, So it was already minus 2 minus 1. How much power that? That's it. Now tell me what the product becomes now.
So hence minus 6
Then
divided by 5 t cube
t cube
into 1 by 1 into 1 by t cube.
yes into 1 by t cube. That means t to the power minus 3 or into 1 by t cube. Yes.
Sir,
বলো
sir, but t to the power minus 3 টা করতেই এসছে। এটা কি সেই আগের ফর্মুলাটি ওটাই ইউজ করতে
exactly yes. The power decreases by 1 anytime you differentiate a quantity organelle. বুঝলে? Anytime or every time you differentiate a quantity, its power decreases by 1 by doing how do we decrease power? Like just minus 1. So it already had a power minus 2, we just did minus 2 minus 1. That means minus 3. Organelle, বুঝলে?
Yes, sir.
ओके चलो सो इतना कुछ करके मिला क्या जिंदगी में बोलिए फिजिक्स में तो फिजिक्स में अभी ये मिलने वाला है देखो तो एग्जाम होता है कि नहीं आई विल नॉट इंटरफेयर नाइदर आई विल गाइड यू एनीथिंग दिस इज योर सम हाँ है ना হয়েছে
স্যার একটা ডাউট ছিল বলছি আমি যখন ডেরিভেশন হবে কি আমাকে মাল্টিপ্লিকেশনের ফর্মে লিখতে হবে নাকি আমাকে যে ডট প্রোডাক্ট দিয়ে লিখতে হবে আমাকে
যেটা খুশি এইটা না এগুলোকে একসঙ্গে লিখো একসঙ্গে বুঝতে পেরেছি তুমি কি বলতে চাইছো এটাকে এমনি লিখলে বেটার ওকে ওকে এটাকে এমনি লিখলে বেটার হয় গো এইটা ঠিক আছে ওটা ফর বিউটিফিকেশন পারপাস তো উই আর ফোকাসিং অন অনলি ডুইং দ্য প্রসেস এনিওয়ে চলো দেখি এই সামটা পারে কিনা দেখি এই সামটা সাম বানায় চলো হ্যাঁ বলো বলো বলো
স্যার আমরা কি এমনি কেন করতে পারছি না d বাই dt আর ব্র্যাকেটে 1 বাই d স্কয়ার
আচ্ছা এমনি কেন করছি না সে d বাই dt আর 1 বাই t স্কয়ার do we know the direct formula of something by something আমরা এরকম কোনো ফর্মুলা তো জানি না যে something in the numerator and something in the denominator we don't know any formula like this but what formula we know only this formula we know only this formula there would be a single expression and to the power that nothing one by sort of thing. That's why we always are trying to represent any expression in terms of some t to the power something and not 1 by something. বুঝতে পেরেছো? Because formula তো holds good for this only, this form, t to the power something. 1 by t square তো formula জানি না, মানে 1 by t to the power n. We don't know any formula for that. We know a formula, but yet we have not done it. That is called u by v method. We don't know that formula. That's why we are not doing that. Okay? But otherwise it can be done. Not worry. चलो sum में focus करो. Sum. लिखो a particle is moving with a displacement with लिखो ना लिखो with its displacement given by x displacement तो x equals to 10t x equals to 10t find its number 1 velocity, number 2 acceleration, जब ये की क्वेश्चन है गलो कहाँ हम लोग थे सपनों के दुनिया में जहाँ पे DDT एक फॉर्मूला हुआ करता था टी टू दी पावर n n appeared first and then the power of t decreased by 1. कितना अच्छा था जिंदगी. अभी ये कहाँ से displacement, velocity, acceleration? Just a little help for those who didn't focus here. Where? Before this, to this page, where we learn that dx by dt is nothing but velocity. Dx by dt is nothing but velocity. I am again writing this. Dx by dt is velocity. Similarly, देखो नीचे भी लिखा हुआ है d velocity by dt. if you further again differentiate v, ये छोड़ेंगे नहीं, तुझे भी differentiate करेंगे. चल, so velocity बोल रहा है हाथ जोड़ के, भाई छोड़ दे आज के लिए, 12 बजने जा रहा है. तो बोला नहीं, तुझे आज differentiate करना ही करना है. तो further differentiation of v with respect to t would be what? A. That was written here. So remember these two things as a brief for this numerical, this one. Chalo, you are given 7 minutes of time. फटाफट आंसर बताना है. 7 minutes.
So velocity 10 meter per second.
Velocity 10 meter per second.
10 meter per second.
Right answer. Acceleration.
Sir, acceleration 0.
Very good. Yes. Very good. Very good. But let me tell you one thing. Please note this. এটাকে নোট করো না. I have not told you yet. হ্যাঁ বলো.
স্যার আমি ভেলোসিটিটা বেরোলো বুঝলাম, অ্যাক্সিলারেশনটা বুঝলাম না।
ওটাই বলছি এখানে, দেখো নোট করো এটা, এটাকে নোট করো. আচ্ছা, আমি তোমাদেরকে বেসিক মানে বলি না বারবার, যে ব্যাক টু বেসিক্স व्हेन यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड अ सर्टेन थिंग. बैक टू बेसिक्स. बेसिक क्या था? বেসিক মিনিং অফ ডিডিটি কী ছিল আমাকে একটু বলো তো. মানে আমারই দোষ এটা. আই হ্যাভ নট টোল্ড ইউ ইয়েট. তোমাদের কোনো দোষ নেই. আমি বলছি যে আই এম ট্রাইং টু শো ইউ হাউ ইউ ক্যান আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড উইদাউট দ্য হেল্প অফ এনি টিচার ফ্রম বেসিক্স, ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ লার্ন দ্য বেসিক্স. ওইটা বলতে চাইছি. তো একটু বলো তো কার ডাউট ছিল এটা? হ্যাঁ ঠিক বলেছো. তো এটা জিজ্ঞেসটা কে করলে ওটা তখন? শ্রেণিক বললে না? শ্রেণিক বলো ডিডিটি এর মানেটা কি ছিল, মানে হোয়াট ডু ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড বাই সেইং ডিডিটি? এটার মানে
টাইমের রেসপেক্টটা কত, মানে একটা জিনিস
রেট অফ চেঞ্জ উইথ রেসপেক্ট টু টাইম. ঠিক তো? এবার রেট অফ চেঞ্জ উইথ রেসপেক্ট টু টাইম. সান রাইজেস ইন দ্য ইস্ট, এই টার্মটা তো চেঞ্জ হবে না, সে যতই টাইম হয়ে যাক. 100 বছর আগেও হতো, এখনো হয়. তার মানে কি? ইফ anything is constant, then it is not going to change anyway with respect to anything if it is constant. So when you differentiate a constant term, as constant is not going to change with respect to this thing, it is to remain a constant all the time. So rate of change of constant, भाई change ही नहीं होगा तो उसका rate of change का क्या? So it is not going to change. That's why the rate of change of any constant is always a 0. And how do you understand that this is a constant? যখন খুব টাফ ভাববে তখন ভাববে, yeah, I understand. Gravitational constant is a constant. Yes, that is not wrong. You know, pi is a constant. Thinking of very higher level things, but simple things सोचो. कोई भी number हो गया ना, number. Any number, একটা সংখ্যা, number just, that is a constant. Suppose 2/3 is going to remain 2/3. है ना? So these are actually constants. So remember this thing. This is the main idea. This is, and these are the examples of that. So any number, any special number, any special constant, anything that is not going to change, then differentiating that constant will give you zero value. Meaning what? Meaning the rate of change of a constant is 0. So, chalo, first part. Let us do that. Shrenik, ebar bolo. আচ্ছা স্টিল ওকে 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 আমি তাও করে দিচ্ছি, চিন্তা করুন, আমি করে দিচ্ছি এটা, চল। বাট লেট দিস বি টুডেজ লাস্ট সাম। বেশিক্ষণ করালে তোমাদের প্রবলেম হবে গো। কেন আমি বেশি করাতে চাই না এগুলো শুরুতে? বিকজ ইট ইজ নট ফর এভরি ওয়ান। এইটাকে বোঝো ফার্স্টে। এভরি ওয়ান মানে কে? এভরি ওয়ান মানে খুব ইন্টেলিজেন্ট স্টুডেন্ট, বোকা স্টুডেন্ট? আর ওটা বলাটাই একটা বোকামি যে হি ইজ অ্যান ইন্টেলিজেন্ট আর হি ইজ নট। এভরি ওয়ান ইজ ইন্টেলিজেন্ট। আমি বলছি নট ফর এভরি ওয়ান হু ডু নট পুট আ লিটল টাইম টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড অ্যান্ড প্র্যাকটিস দিস। তাদের জন্য নয় এটা, হু ক্যানট অ্যাফোর্ড আ লিটল বিট অফ টাইম, লিটল বিট, সে 30 minutes twice a week at least. So at least 1 hour. 1 hour a week only. And that also I'm excluding the weeks that you have your exams. ওটাও ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি। Other than that, at least 1 hour per week or 30 minutes twice a week. For them, it is, yes, it is real good. Otherwise, it is not good. Not that easy actually. That's why I'm telling you. A little practice is required. যতই লিখে নাও জানো তো, ওই লিখে নেওয়া খাতাতে ওটাতে কোনো লাভ নেই আনলেস ইউ প্র্যাকটিস দিস। তো যাই হোক, এখন আগে লেখো, চলো, তারপর প্র্যাকটিস করাচ্ছি আমি। ডিডিটি অফ আ কনস্ট্যান্ট ইজ 0, দ্যাট মিনস হোয়াট? লেট আস গো बैक टू द सम। वेलोसिटी v, दैट वाज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन। और स्टूडेंट का दिमाग में ये है कि भाई वेलोसिटी मिलता कैसे है? तो क्या दिया हुआ है? व्हाट इज गिवन? डिस्प्लेसमेंट। ओके, नाउ वी थिंक कि यस देयर इज अ रिलेशन between displacement and velocity. What is the relation? Differentiation of displacement is velocity, rate of change of displacement. Okay, oh, simply differentiate करना है इसको, x को। हाँ भाई साहब, वही करना है, चलो कर लेते हैं। तो 10 as a constant comes outside कि भाई हमको झगड़े में नहीं रहना, बाहर चले जाता है, ठीक है। So we move further, different DDT अब किसका पास जाएगा? है ना साथ में t। Now tell me, ddt of t can also be represented like this, dt by dt. t साइड में भी तो आ सकता है, बोला तो था तब। देखो, नहीं, इसका बात ये देखो, ddt of x can also be written dx by dt. तो सिमिलरली अभी जो करने जा रहे हैं हम लोग 10, ओके, देन ddt of time means dt by dt, dt cancel, that means 1, so it is only 10. Otherwise there is another process, that is, you can think like this, এখানেই করে দিচ্ছি অন্য কালারে। You can think like this, that 10 तो इट्स ओके, 10 कम्स आउटसाइड एज अ कांस्टेंट, ये बाहर आ गया 10, ठीक है। नाउ डीडीटी ऑफ टी, वी कैन से दिस इज डीडीटी ऑफ ओनली टी मीन्स टी टू द पावर हाउ मच? दिस टी मीन्स टी टू द पावर 1, सो 10 टी टू द पावर 1, इसका डिफरेंशिएशन 1 कम्स फर्स्ट, ओके, then power of t decreases by 1. So t to the power 1 further decreases by 1. So it is 1 minus 1. 10 t to the power 0. So it finally becomes 10 into anything to the power 0 माने तो 1 है कि नहीं? Anything to the power 0 माने कितना? 1. 0 to the power 0 कितना होता है? 1 होगा। 0 to the power 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is also 1. So anyway, ওটা ছাড়ো, ওটা ম্যাথসের ব্যাপার হয়ে গেল। লেট আস কাম ব্যাক টু ফিজিক্স। তো তোমাদের মনে হচ্ছে আরে দিস ইজ অলসো তো ম্যাথস, দিস ইজ নট ম্যাথস, ফিজিক্স ফার্স্ট। আই উইল সে, I'll take this credit, give this credit to physics first, Isaac Newton, this thing. So anyway, just joking, just come here. 10 into dt by dt means 1. They may be cancelled like this. Yes, they may be cancelled like this. Or what? I am doing it in the next page. See, ddt of t, I am again explaining this, is as good as ddt of t to the power 1. यहाँ पे कोई problem नहीं. Equals to, now power comes first 1, okay, then t to the power 1 decreases by further 1, so t 1 minus 1, t to the power 0. So anything to the power 0 is 1. अच्छा, ये लास्ट लाइन समझ में आया? तो 1 into 1 कितना होता है? कैलकुलेटर में देख लो. 1 into 1, तो এই তো গুড, তো ওটাই লিখেছি, দেখতে পাচ্ছ. So you understand ddt of t is 1. Otherwise, short process, ddt of t means dt by dt. Take this by the side of this, so it will become dt by dt. Cancel 1. That easy. Okay. ठीक है, ये तो समझ में आया. The velocity is given by, আবার দেখো সামটা করছি এবার ফাস্ট. So ddt of 10t is how much? 10, because t का differentiation 1 हो गया, 10 comes outside. Okay, तो velocity is given by 10 meter per second. Okay, first answer clear. Second answer, हाँ हाँ बोलो. Last slide. Okay, I am going there. Just second answer, acceleration. How to find acceleration? It would be dv by dt. Acceleration, that means what? We can write it this way also, ddt of v, that is rate of change of velocity with respect to time. That means we need to differentiate the velocity whatever we got. What is the velocity? Velocity has been 10, so ddt of 10. Now 10 is a number. Constant, yes. তার মানে it is a constant. And as we saw, the differentiation rate of change with respect to time of any constant, it is not going to change at all. That means its result would be 0. That's why acceleration is 0. Just one point I want to show you here only. थोड़ा देर पहले क्या बोला था? A number means constant. একটু আগে তো বললাম, একটা নাম্বার, only number, no x, no time, no y, nothing, सिर्फ एक number है, that is a constant. So velocity came out to be 10 meter per second, which is a constant value. अच्छा, constant value of velocity, তিনটে টার্ম বলছি, constant value of velocity, doesn't it mean that acceleration is 0?
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो we got that result only. देखो भालो करे, the particle was moving with constant velocity. How much? 10 meter per second. So its acceleration is 0. We know that logically, but this is the proof how by differentiation we got that. If we differentiate velocity, we get acceleration. Now differentiate velocity means differentiating a constant value, which gives us 0. That means acceleration is 0. That is it. That's why acceleration is 0. I am giving you a home task. এটাকে ট্রাই করবে নেক্সট ক্লাসের আগে. I'll ask you. Write this. If v equals to root over t minus 1 by root over t, अच्छा एक काज करो, अभी ये सम नहीं देंगे एट दिस स्टेज. लेट मी मेक इट अ लिटिल स्मूथ फॉर यू. शुरूते एमनी लिखो, इफ v इक्वल्स टू 3t स्क्वायर माइनस t टू द पावर 3t स्क्वायर माइनस t टू द पावर 3, ठीक है? কোশ্চেন লেখো, আফটার what time its acceleration become 0? This is the question. A particle is moving with a velocity this much. So after what time its acceleration will become 0? That is the question. Okay. এটা হোম টাস্ক থাক, আজকে ছুটি, আজ আর করবো না, কারণ আই উইল ট্রাই টু মেনটেন দ্য টাইম, বুঝছো না, বেশি রাত করাটা ঠিক না। যাও, বাই, গুড নাইট। হ্যাঁ, গুড নাইট এভরিওয়ান, গুড নাইট, বাই।